These are the kind of questions that I have.
Deprogramming takes months.
These are the kind of questions that I have.
Deprogramming takes months.
Atera is an all-in-one IT platform that prevents problems before they happen. IT Pro.
These will be my final show performances in London. This will be it. This is it. When I say this is it, it really means this is it.
Voluntary manslaughter or felony, Dr. Murray. How do you plead?
Your Honor, I am an innocent man. I therefore plead not guilty.
I truly feel that Conrad Murray is simply the fall guy. This was definitely something that was premeditated, that they had planned to do, and they planned to take my brother out, and my brother knew it, and that's why he told me repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly that this was going to happen to him. He explained it to me. He explained it's because of my catalog, which is my publishing, and they're after it, and they want it, and they want their hands on it, and they want to take it away from me. So Michael developed this love-hate relationship with his catalog. I don't want it because it's going to destroy my life. No, it's mine. I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to let them rip it apart and take it from me. It's went back and forth. I began to see his personality change. Michael had notes in his house saying how he hates John Branca, he hates Randy Phillips, he doesn't want them around, he'll never fly with them. He just went on and on expressing how he felt about these people. These people were all involved. Mind you, the will, I truly believe and I know that the will is fake. Because Michael was in New York when the will was signed, and they say he signed it in LA, and he did not. And they know this, but yet they put themselves as the executors on this estate. There was another guy that was in the will, Barry Siegel, but he pleasantly removed himself from it. Why would he do that? Because he knew that it was fake and he wasn't going to get involved in the skullduggery. That's why.
And basically is that there's a lot of work going on in the aerospace industry that would indicate that we have black projects that have gone even darker.
Stefan Marinov was the leader of the European free energy movement. In 1997, he made tremendous strides in the technology. Before he could develop his first prototype, he fell out of a window. Dr. John Mullen, a nuclear physicist, used to work for McDonnell Douglas, one of the largest military contractors in the world. He died of arsenic poisoning in 2004. His girlfriend was originally a suspect, but she was found dead in her apartment shortly after. There are no more suspects, there is no investigation, there will be no trial. Dmitry Petronov invented a plasma battery that powered his home for 14 months. In 2010, he went to a bakery and was never seen again. Zachary Warfield was another inventor who developed his own plasma battery. Warfield visited Petronov to exchange information. That same year, Warfield died in a strange boating accident in Washington, D.C. Eugene Molov was a physicist and expert in cold fusion. He claimed he had a working prototype of a free energy device. In 2004, the day before he was to make a public announcement about his findings, he was beaten to death. Ari Dagos actually patented free energy technology based on the zero-point field. In 2007, he was about to get on a flight to meet investors who were going to fund his research. He was found dead in his car at the airport. Rory Johnson created a cold fusion laser-activated magnetic motor that generated over 500 horsepower. He planned a public demonstration of 4 vehicles equipped with this magnetron motor. The U.S. Department of Energy placed a restraining order on this technology, preventing publication. And though in excellent health, he died unexpectedly soon after. Mark Tomian, a physicist, patented technology called a star drive, which uses zero-point energy, very similar to the ARV. In 2009, he developed a working prototype. Shortly after, he died from an unexpected cardiac event. His research is missing. Stan Myers developed a working engine that ran on water. In 1997, he died from what was officially reported as a cerebral hemorrhage. This happened while having lunch with 2 potential investors. His last words were, "I was poisoned." Now, remember I said that most of this episode comes from a documentary created by James Allen? He ruffled a lot of feathers doing his research, specifically at Lockheed Martin.
And so, I'm kind of mystified as why a lot more people haven't picked up on this. And really, it's sort of like hammered on Lockheed or Grumman or whoever to say, "Are you guys really doing this?" I actually called a spokesman at Lockheed and asked her straight up. I'm like, "So, what's going on with your electrogravitics program?" And she's like, "Well, we're not at liberty to discuss those programs." And I'm like, "Really? Why not?" And she's like, "Well, it might threaten our competitive advantage." And I really wish I'd gotten that on film or tape, because my next documentary, Tom, are you listening? I want to do a investigative documentary on specifically on anti-gravity in the aerospace industry.
Oh, I can't wait to see that new documentary. This kid is a hero.
Was a hero.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
While still editing the film before it was even released, James Allen was diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer. He was dead in 3 months.
I'm so angry right now.
That interview clip I showed was from 6 weeks before his cancer diagnosis. Did he look sick to you?
No, he did not.
Autopsy results revealed an unbelievably aggressive tumor that usually occurs in patients with cancer for years, not weeks. And his blood contained 12 heavy metals and radioisotopes at toxic levels. Manganese, beryllium, thorium, and uranium were found in his blood. James Allen never got to see his documentary released. And his next film, which would expose anti-gravity technology being pursued by military contractors, now that would never happen.
This is a bunch of these government companies doing that. When are we gonna stand up and something about these?
Yeah, I know. Even Mark McCandlish was afraid.
You've actually heard a couple different stories about people being shut down when they're trying to implement this.
Or killed.
Yeah. I mean, there's many times I lay awake at night with my 9mm under my pillow, loaded, and I wonder why they haven't killed me. And I honestly did.
Well, at least he made it, right? Tell me he made it. Did he make it?
Well,
Oh, no.
this past April, Mark was found dead in his apartment.
Let me guess.
He took his own life. Yep.
You better watch your back, sport.
I do. I honestly believe the only thing keeping me safe is all of you. I just hope that's enough.
Whatever those might be, there's not.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you are all well. We have some things to talk about tonight. Anything to keep the truth from coming out, right? It sounds about right. Again, good evening, comrades, revolutionaries, and truth seekers. Welcome to another episode of the Colonizer's Coffin, giving you blunt discussion, real news, cynical takes on pop culture, and raw history, no chaser. I am your host, John Tell, and let us embark on a journey through time and truths that shape our world, from the untold stories of history to today's pressing issues. This is the space where knowledge meets revolution. Together, let's explore the narratives that have been hidden, discuss the challenges we face, and the stuff we don't discuss enough. Let's unravel the mysteries and histories that surround us. We're not just observers. We're active participants in the revolution of knowledge. So please hit that like button. Share this stream. Follow us on all our platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, Twitch, and Spotify. Just go ahead and search the Leon Block. All right, so tonight, if y'all didn't see in those clips, y'all saw me talking about Michael Jackson. Y'all saw me from testimony via LaToya Jackson. You also saw some information from, shout out to the show The Y Files, always debunking theories that we really do need to discuss. And it's part of what I want to get into today, because we're going to examine mysterious deaths and whistleblower claims and more. Are you safe as an activist, as a political leader, as an inventor, as a musician? Are you safe? How many people, inventors, activists, leaders, workers, have been killed or died mysterious deaths? One thing they all have in common is that they challenged the status quo in some way. Conspiracy theories have all intrigued and captivated the world and the public's imagination, offering alternative narratives to conventional explanations, from inventors with groundbreaking ideas like Tesla to iconic figures like Michael Jackson and Prince, even whistleblowers like Eric Snowden, challenging powerful entities. The realm of mysterious deaths is rife with speculation. So we are going to explore some prominent cases, just a few, shedding light on both the facts and the conspiracy theories surrounding them. So real quick, let's talk about inventors and suppressed technologies, because one thread in conspiracy theories, right, involves inventors whose groundbreaking technologies threatened established industries. Take, for instance, Nikola Tesla, a pioneer in the field of electricity. And some theories suggest that Tesla's inventions, including free energy, the death ray, which we'll get into, pose a threat to powerful entities in the energy sector, leading to his alleged suppression. The concept of Tesla's death ray refers to a particle beam weapon that inventor Tesla claimed to have conceptualized. Tesla discussed his idea for a defensive weapon in the 1930s, suggesting that it could shoot down enemy aircraft or missiles from a distance. However, there is no evidence that Tesla ever built a working prototype of such device. Tesla's papers and notes were confiscated by the US government after his death in 1943. That is known under what's called the Alien Property Custodian Act. The FBI took possession of his belongings, including his research papers, and examined them for any potential military applications during World War II. They were scared that a weapon of such magnitude in a separate government, in a government other than the United States that could be superior than the one that he pitched to them, would be too dangerous for the world to have or even be brought about. And so it makes you wonder, was the way that Nikola Tesla perished the way that they officially state? Because there is no conclusive evidence that Tesla's death ray, as described in his notes, was ever stolen or developed further by any government or organization. The lack of a working prototype and the speculative nature of the concept make it difficult to determine the actual capabilities of such a device. However, it still prompts you to think, right? If the death ray had been successfully developed, the implications would have been significant, potentially revolutionizing military technology. However, without concrete evidence of its existence or theft, the death ray remains a part of Tesla's intriguing but unproven ideas. It's worth noting that Tesla's work has inspired various conspiracy theories and speculative claims, so separating fact from fiction can be challenging in this context. And the CIA, FBI, and I'm sure so many other entities know this, which is why it's so hard to disprove or prove. So moving on to like the clip that we talked about with LaToya Jackson talking about her brother Michael Jackson. And let's talk about Prince too. The deaths of iconic musicians like Michael Jackson and Prince sparked numerous conspiracy theories. Let's talk about Whitney Houston as well, because she was saying a lot of things before her death. They were working her like a horse, and that's cause for a whole nother separate episode that I surely will do at some point surrounding solely her death. But Michael Jackson specifically had issues with his catalog. He wanted to buy all of his catalog back, so he had rights over his entire career and his namesake, for instance, and all the things that he owned. The elite did not like what was going on, and they sought to change the trajectory of that. Some claim that Jackson, with his outspoken views on the music industry, was silenced to protect his vested interests. Prince, too, faced speculation surrounding his death, with theories suggesting his opposition to the control exerted by major record labels played a role. The death of Michael Jackson in 2009 has been surrounded by various conspiracy theories and speculation, but it's crucial to approach these claims with a critical mindset and rely on verified information. So some inconsistencies that have been discussed in relation to Michael Jackson's death are the propofol and Dr. Conrad Murray. Michael Jackson's death was officially ruled as acute propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication. I've been trying to get that. I apologize. Dr. Conrad Murray, Jackson's personal physician, was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter for administering the drugs, and some theories suggest that there might be more to the story, questioning the role of other individuals or entities. I truly believe Dr. Murray was the fall guy, as the personal testimony of LaToya Jackson's account confirms. And sometimes we do have to tackle someone's word, as they may have knowledge the public does not. So Sony Music and business disputes. There have been claims that Michael Jackson was warning the public about issues related to Sony Music and his ownership of valuable music catalogs. Conspiracy theories suggest that Jackson was vocal about the exploitation of artists by record labels, and that his efforts to regain control of his music assets posed a threat to powerful interests. So, media speculation and sensationalism, right? The media coverage surrounding Michael Jackson's death has also been criticized for sensationalism and speculation. Some argue that the media played a role in shaping public perception and contributing to the creation of conspiracy theories. It's important to note, again, that these inconsistencies and claims remain largely speculative. Michael Jackson's legacy is complex, with both his artistic achievements and personal controversies shaping public opinion. And when exploring the circumstances surrounding his death, it's crucial to rely on verified information and be cautious about unfounded conspiracy theories. We need to make sure that we can have the receipts to say, no, we know this is fucked up. Okay, y'all was right about this. What about Malcolm X, though, a prominent civil rights activist who was assassinated on February 21st, 1965, during a speech in New York City? While 3 men were convicted of his murder, conspiracy theories have suggested the involvement of larger entities or organizations. Some theories propose that the US government or factions within the Nation of Islam were involved in Malcolm X's assassination due to his evolving and more radical stance on civil rights. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a key figure in the American civil rights movement as well, was assassinated on April 4th, 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee. James Earl Ray was convicted of King's murder, but conspiracy theories suggest a broader conspiracy. Some theories propose that government agencies or other groups may have been involved due to King's activism and his opposition to the Vietnam War. It's important to note that official investigations, including those by the US government, concluded that Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. were assassinated by individuals acting alone, though a lot of us would beg to differ, and there's a lot of information proving that. Theories suggesting broader conspiracies lack strong evidence and are often considered speculative and dismissed by mainstream media. And what about the assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22nd, 1963 in Dallas, Texas, which remains one of the most debated and scrutinized events in modern history? Numerous conspiracy theories have emerged over the years, fueled by the mysterious circumstances surrounding Kennedy's death and the subsequent investigation. Some key points and theories associated with the assassination of John F. Kennedy are the official explanation. The official investigation, led by the Warren Commission, concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in assassinating President Kennedy, but Oswald, a former Marine with ties to the communist ideology, fired shots from a Texas school book depository building, striking Kennedy and Texas Governor John Connally. However, I'm not going to dive into it right now, But there are many other theories that I would like to entertain and run through with you all concerning the other proposed theories around who else might have been involved, and what happened to the people that allegedly murdered President John F. Kennedy. Despite the Warren Commission's findings, many conspiracy theories suggest that Oswald did not act alone. Some theories propose the existence of multiple shooters, indicating a broader conspiracy to assassinate Kennedy. Various motives have been attributed to potential conspirators, including political motivators, organized crime involvement, and retaliation for Kennedy's foreign policies. Several aspects of the assassination, such as the trajectory of the bullets, discrepancies in eyewitness testimony, and Oswald's background, have raised questions about the official narrative. Some conspiracy theories argue that government agencies such as the CIA or FBI were involved in a cover-up to conceal the true circumstances of Kennedy's assassination, which is what I truly believe. And allegations of withheld evidence and tampering with the investigation have fueled suspicions of a broader conspiracy. While numerous investigations and inquiries have been concluded and conducted into Kennedy's assassination, no conclusive evidence of conspiracy has been uncovered. The mystery surrounding the events of November 22nd continues to captivate the public imagination and inspire ongoing debate and speculation, which leads to the sensationalization of what I was speaking to with Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Whistleblowers as well often find themselves at the center of controversy, revealing classified information that challenges powerful institutions. Figures like Free Edward Snowden, who exposed mass surveillance by government agencies, and Chelsea Manning, who leaked classified documents, face accusations of treason. While their actions sparked important debates on privacy and government transparency, theories also emerged questioning their motives and safety. But let's remember, that can be the interests and motives of the elite at play. Coups, assassinations, and more all can be looked at. Colonizers. I tell you, all roads always lead back to them or imperial and capital interests at all costs. Conspiracy theories surrounding mysterious deaths often blur the lines between fact and fiction, challenging our understanding of historical events. Many cases may raise legitimate questions. It's crucial to approach these theories with a discerning eye, separating verified information from unfounded speculation. In the pursuit of truth, critical thinking and reliance on credible sources are essential to unravel the mystery surrounding these complex and controversial topics. Although we must also be aware that times we are only shown what they want us to see, which is why challenging the status quo is so important. It is also dangerous because they do all they can to keep us distracted and away from critical thinking in order to challenge the status quo, your thinking, and challenge anything you hear. Expand on it. Think of things you may feel others haven't. You are one person, but as one person, you are a god. You are powerful. Why are we called the colonizer's coffin? Because it's time for the current system to die. It must be unalived before it destroys us and this planet. Prepare the casket and the service, because this capitalist system, imperial interest, proxy wars, coups, and inequities of wealth must cease. The oppressed of this world are starting to wise up and rise up. Internal and external conflicts the world over will eventually reach a boiling point. So where will you stand when the high time comes? Where do you stand now? Are you for exposing truths or rewriting history? Coffin is open until the case is closed. Remember to call 202-902-7660 and tell Converse to call for a ceasefire now. All right, I have some questions for y'all before I wrap this up, and I will put this in the comment section for y'all to ask yourselves. But my question is, what theories do you believe in? If you believe in any at all. And do you think all of these deaths, murders, suicides, disappearances, etc., are legit and more? Or, you know, I also did not cover other topics like black, brown, poor activists and leaders that have been either appeared missing and then found dead somewhere, and clearly there was some foul play involved and they were harmed or murdered in some kind of violent way, or they appeared to have committed suicide when they clearly stated that they never would. These are things for people to consider. And what did I not cover today within this topic that you would like me to cover or expand on? Let me know. Let's not forget that the fight for freedom for Palestine is a fight for imperialism, which is a fight that we all are involved in, as this world and economy and everything is global. We directly pay to kill Palestinians. We all do. So that wraps up tonight's ramble, y'all. Catch me on Facebook, X, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. Let's dive deep into the narratives that shape our world. Your voice matters in this journey of discovery. As we reach the end of another captivating episode, I want to thank every one of y'all, your incredible audience, for joining this journey. Your engagement, questions, and thoughts make revolutionary narratives what it is. Remember, the revolution doesn't end here. Stay curious, question the narratives, and continue seeking the truth. Share your insights with us, and let's build a community that thrives on knowledge and understanding. The coffin is open till the case. The coffin is open until the case is closed. And don't forget to tune in next time for another chapter of Revelations. Until then, this is John Tell. Stay revolutionary.